Welcome to sick therapy. Because I'm sick.
He's got cold.
Yes. And it sucks. I don't like being sick. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate being sick. It just bothers crap.
Is it right up there with sleeping?
Yes.
He doesn't like to sleep. He thinks it's a waste of time.
It is a waste of time. At any rate, we're going to play some Xenoverse 2 because I like this game. It is if I was going to make a list of top 10 best and worst Dragon Ball Z games, would you like to guess where this thing would land?
6.
10 on both lists.
Oh.
Yes. So we're gonna play as Carmen. But I want to show off my original characters because I like them. I've spent way too much time designing characters on this fucking thing.
You do that with every game you get that you can design characters on.
I know it's a thing. So
it's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know what part of my personality that plays to, but it does. So here's Heartless. And kind of because I was playing Kingdom Hearts so much, I made a Heartless, and I kind of like her. Here's my Saiyan girl. I haven't gotten too far with her, but this is the outfit I like the best so far. I was very frustrated with the Frieza race and couldn't figure out which one I wanted to do because I tried to recreate the guy I made from last game and I just wasn't feeling it. So I made a new one and I like him, so I'm going with it. Cello. I don't know. I just kind of like him. He's fun. And being a giant Namekian cracks me up. It's just a lot of fun. So I made Launch because I wanted to test a theory. The hair that she has, that's a wig. That's an accessory in the game. That's why it has a little bandana. You can't get that normally. She's a Saiyan. And if you do the Super Saiyan transformation, the wig turns gold. I didn't think it would. So that's awesome. Because that means, and I know you've never seen Dragon Ball, launches this character from the original Dragon Ball series where every time she sneezed, she would change personalities. So the blue hair was ditzy and really, like, preppy is the right word, right? The blonde was a total bitch with rocket launchers and would try to kill people. So I couldn't help but make Launch in this game so I could turn the blonde. It amused me. So it amused me that they had the Cell armor, so I thought I would put it on trying to recreate, but sort of not, like a fusion of Cell and Frieza. I know it means nothing to you, but...
Yeah, I've never watched Dragon Ball Z. I know nothing about Dragon Ball Z. Any Dragon Balls. No balls.
Here's our adorable Carmen. She's so cute.
It's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
As close as you can get with an anime kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I would wear that.
I know you would.
That's like an outfit that I would wear.
That's what I was aiming for. Not that we didn't get lucky, because the most of that is just the starting gear it gives you, and I was just able to color it to stuff you wore. But don't expect a full playthrough of this, because I wouldn't mind doing it, but Carmen's not into it, and it's up to, like, the viewership.
I feel like it's very repetitive.
Most games are.
Well, in different ways, I mean.
I know what you mean. But, what I would do for a playthrough of this, if I was going to do a full playthrough, I'm not. I just want to do a one-off with you for a bit, because this game, I like it, is the story missions. While, yes, it's just, beat up this dude, and then you go beat up this dude, seeing you in the cutscenes is what half the fun is. Because you're standing next to Goku and shit, And look at your fucking face. You're just goddamn adorable. Your little purple lipstick. So cute.
Which I have.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me flexing my muscles.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So let me check your skill set. Because I don't know what all you...
Kraken! What?
Kaioken.
I read that as Kraken. I would be far more interested to have a Kraken move.
That would be pretty awesome.
Just tentacles come from all sides of the screen.
That would be pretty awesome.
I would rock that power.
I bet you would. Trying to figure out Well, yeah. Here we go. 300, 400. I don't know that did 400. That sucks. Whatever. We don't want this one. This one sucks. We'll do double Sunday. It works. Blaster shell, always good. Okay. So I don't want to fiddle with that too much, but I try to make sure that all my characters have different movesets, and I'm usually with this game trying to min max it so that every character has. Oh, god damn it!
What?
Can't do a time quest just yet. I have to go through another thing really quickly. It's silly, but I can show you this.
Tube.
It's a pole, and it's got little hover things on it.
Tube.
So we're gonna go fly off this cliff, and over here, off. Yes. This is one of my many complaints with this game. Is despite it's one account, me that's playing this, right? Every character's treated as a separate account.
So you have to start over everything?
Yeah, every time you play a new character, you have to start over everything. The only thing that transfers between your characters is your money, the skills, and the items you have. Like the clothing and like the recovery items and stuff. That's the only thing that transfers. And that bugs me, because like while I don't mind going through the story a second time or a fourth time or whatever, because again, it's just nice to see my character in the cutscenes. It's just frustrating because it'll still pop up with those, hey, here's how you do a thing, or it forces you to do these horrible tutorial missions. Like, doing it once is fine, but doing it a fifth time, it's like, alright, I get it. That's really annoying to me. I don't like that. So, viewer, if you notice, Carmen's going to be very quiet during this, and that's for two reasons. One, she didn't know what's going on. Two, she really likes my voice when I'm sick. She
Well, okay, I don't really have any comments on the game, because I've watched you play both this one and the original.
Mm-hmm.
I know the general gist, but I know nothing about, Dragon Ball, or the characters, or the skills, or the anything. I know nothing about...
Ask questions. Learn your boyfriend's loves.
But I don't care.
Because you don't love me.
Shut up.
That's why.
Shut up. No, I don't know, it's just, it doesn't interest me. I like certain animes, it's just, I don't know, this game is not interesting to me.
To an outsider, I don't blame you. Absolutely do not blame you. This game...
I'm sure, if I had watched Dragon Ball and stuff, I'd be like, ooh, yay, a game.
I guarantee if you had watched Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, you would be into this. Guaranteed. I don't know if that tracked or not. And I'll tell you why. Because this is the first Dragon Ball Z game that I'm aware of that allows you to actually insert yourself into that universe in a good way. Like, I think there was a game, Ultimate Tenkaichi, that allowed you to do that, where you could make your own character. But, this is like my favorite move. The character creation system in that was fucking terrible from what I understand. I never actually played it, because I heard that game was crap.
I think I played the first one.
The first Tenkaichi game?
No.
Then what?
The first Xenoverse game?
You did. I made you play it for a little bit. You made a Majin. She was cute.
Oh, yeah, I made a tiny pink...
Yeah.
...thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Majin.
I don't know.
That's why I'm giving them names for you.
I know. It wasn't awful. Like, it was entertaining to a point.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
I like the way Team 4-Star refers to this. It's a very good game if you want to just kind of chill out, zone out, and listen to a podcast. It's not something you want to, focus on.
Like, invest in?
Well, you can invest a lot of time in it, because it basically is an MMO, and I like those aspects of it. I like the multiplayer to this. I love the characters that you get to make. I like the ideas that they have. It's just that they didn't flesh it out properly, and... Why are you naked? Also, okay, this is something I don't get at all. What's with their names?
Add fuse.
Like, what the hell? Why, like, I named you Carmen because that's the character. What's with these people that want to name themselves, like, No VR 46? Like, you're making a character. Give him a character name. Because this game, unlike Guild Wars or World of Warcraft or whatever, you don't have to have a unique name in this game. It doesn't care. It absolutely does not care if you have... Damn it. Oh, wait, that actually did hit him. Good. Get over here.
You wanna know?
Yeah. I don't know. My only guess is, like, these are the player names rather than the characters.
Like on their Xbox or whatever?
Yeah, which you can do. There is an option for that to show your player name rather than your character name. But I don't know if... Because these are obviously not players. These are computers that are pretending to
what?
be.
Buoyant?
Yeah, it's buoyant something. I don't know.
Buoyant Roomba. I'm gonna go with that.
Buoyant Room 7000. I don't know. Why are you naked? Put on some damn clothes, you hillbilly.
Ew.
Yeah, double Sunday. The DBZ is so weird with that stuff, man. Okay, I don't know what happened there.
Man, I don't know what anything. It's going so quickly. Like, I don't know how you know what's going on.
Oh, there's really not much that's going on. Like, I could explain it to you, but
I don't know, it's just a lot of rapid movements and lights and explosions and...
Well, it should be. Yay, double Sunday. V. Oh, wait, I'll get it wrong. Yeah. If you actually play it, it's really not that bad. Because it's... You lock onto your opponent and you either fly up and punch them or you can charge and, like, shoot shit at them and, like, that's the end of that. There's really not much more to it than that. Because you have your special moves, you have your ultimate moves, and it's just kind of just do whatever to win the match. This man has 3 eyes.
Yeah.
I want to punch him in his 3rd eye. Yeah, Kaioken times 3.
Can you hear how rapidly he's pushing that button?
Well, it's like Dynasty War or Hyrule Warriors. It's the same thing where
You just button mash?
Yeah, pretty much. Like here, look. Those are my combo strings. That's it. I can either just kind of keep hitting the X button and then change it to a Y button, or I could just keep hitting the Y button. Like, it's whatever. It's not even... It's not even a thing. Because, like... And this is something that bothered me with the first game, and I think they're still kind of doing it, but not really, is, damn, you punched him in the back of the head. Nobody's business. That was awesome. In the first game, they were billing it, or promoting it as a fighting game. This is not a fighting game. At all. Like, not even a little bit. This is an action RPG. Period. They have added, in Xenoverse 2 specifically, they added some new mechanics. They make it more fighting-like in a good way, because it kind of freshens up the combat. But it's still an action RPG. End of story. And I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I like that. Because being an RPG, it allows you to feel like you're powering up, because instead of, just kind of win in cohesion, or in a sequence or whatever, you level up twice. Nice. Here, you level up. You actually do get stronger. You can change and distribute your attacks and decide how your character feels and how they play, which you couldn't get in a fighting game, which I like. I like that a lot.
It still feels like a fighting game to me.
It's supposed to feel like similar to a fighting game, but if you play this and then go play Tenkaichi or Budokai, you will definitely feel the difference.
Bless you.
I gotta go ride your pole.
Stick.
Yes, I'm a sucker. I pre-ordered this. It's not worth $60, but I like it, so leave me alone.
How would you tell that you pre-ordered it?
Because this is a pre-order bonus, this stick.
Why it's a stick?
It's a reference to, there we go, okay. Now we can go back to the time nest, I think. It's a reference to the original Dragon Ball. Most Dragon Ball games focus on Z and forward. Almost none of them use a whole lot of assets from Dragon Ball. And that was one of the things in Dragon Ball, is this assassin, in order to go find his target, took this stone pole and punched it, and then threw it, and then hopped on it and rode it. Because that's how physics works.
Yeah.
That's exactly how physics works.
Yeah. You didn't know that? You can't do that?
No,
Come on.
I can't. I'm not strong enough to break through the granite pole that, like, he did.
Step up your game, man.
I know. Alright, finally doing a fucking... I don't care, dude. Fucking fuck off. I can handle this.
Can you, though?
I can. Fucking, seriously, I was telling you, when I played with Kimimaro, my Frieza guy, I have not distributed a single point into his stats at all. He has like 200 points just sitting around I could distribute. But I haven't died at all during his play. Not even a little bit. I haven't failed any missions. I've just been kind of going. I don't know how I've managed it so far. This game does not have the same bullshit as the first one with the super armor and like the difficulty spikes. So, clearly, that's helping, but it still is amusing. Alright.
Ominous villain stare.
I love how pale you are by comparison to everyone.
You mean like real life?
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I did try to make you as pale as I could without making you white. This game could use some more skin tones. Like, it has enough to like, whatever race you are in reality, if you want to make a character look vaguely like you, they have enough skin tones for that. But it would still be nice to have a couple more.
Just, like, variation of the different...
Yeah, because, like, if I wanted to make you any more lighter skin, the only other option was literally white, and then you're shiny, and it's weird, and I didn't want that. So...
Yeah, I'm not shiny.
No. I mean, you're pale as fuck, and Gondor calls for aid, but...
The beacons are lit. I'm gonna have to find that comic and put it up.
Yeah, you will. It's one of the greatest things you've ever shown me.
It's so true. Yeah. I like being pale, though.
I like it. I think it's hot.
Especially because I'm a redhead. So, like... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it works.
It does.
Have you ever seen... I've seen darker skinned people with red hair, which I think actually looks really cool. But I've never seen, like, a tan redhead.
I'm gonna dye my hair red.
See, you're not... I wouldn't consider you tan anymore.
You're hurting my feelings.
I'm sorry. You've gone quite pale.
Yes, by comparison to,
Like high school?
high school, I have gotten pretty pale. And I'm not sure what's caused that. My skin has become a lot more sensitive.
You don't go outside.
Well, yes.
You
Obviously.
don't go outside. You used to go outside and, like, play football and shit with your friends. It counts. And you
I just don't have I don't have the ability to do that anymore. But, you know, part of the other reason I don't go outside as much is because my skin has become more sensitive. My skin has become more sensitive. I didn't used to burn nearly as easily as I do now.
Well, because you were more tan, so it was able to absorb it better.
Part of it, though, was my mom took me to a dermatologist because I was getting some pretty bad acne and whatnot. And I know the medicine made me more sensitive to the sun. So that frustrated me.
Yeah, I've been on, like, antibiotics and stuff, like, and on the package it's like, don't go outside. I'm like, not a problem.
You're right.
I think because, like, whatever it does, it, like, you know, you would normally get a sunburn, but the medicine, like, makes it more like a rash than like a reaction instead of just, like, a burn. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but that's how it felt with me. Like, anytime I went outside, I would almost feel itchy or something with, like, the sun directly on me. I would just feel, like, super uncomfortable. Not that I stand in the sun for very long anyway, but I don't know. Oh, it was hilarious. I forget what it was. I think it was another antibiotic.
Okay.
But it was like, okay, don't go outside because you have sensitivity to sun. Don't do exercise because something about muscle strain, like you could literally like pull a muscle because the medicine, I guess, like relaxed it too much or something.
Yeah.
I guess that's enough for now.
It was like, don't eat certain, it was like healthy stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like, this medicine's made for me. I can't go outside. I don't exercise. I eat shit all the time, so I'm good.
Yeah.
It's just funny, some like limitations that medicine has.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I don't, you were kind of looking at me instead, but the redhead that just flew in on screen and took off, that was you from the old game. That was my version of you.
Okay. Yeah, I totally didn't see it.
I know. I think you'll see her in an upcoming cutscene. I'm not sure. Maybe not. You're so cute. And you're so short. I don't know if I made you as short as possible. I don't remember.
You mean like real life? I think you did.
I don't remember. You're so cute, though.
I'm honestly not that short. I've seen much.
You are slightly below average. If my understanding of the average U.S. American height is that it's 5'4", 5'6", you're like what, 5?
No.
Or no, I'm 5'6". You're like 5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like very close to the average.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
I mean, I still feel short. Like
Because you can't reach the fans.
I can't reach shit.
In our apartment, she cannot turn the fans on.
They're just like ceiling fans.
Now, granted, I have a hard time reaching them.
No, you don't.
But I still have to reach to get to them. Whereas you literally, even on your tippy toes, can barely touch them.
I have to jump and get it. Like,
which is going to break the fan.
Yeah, I don't want to pull too hard. And then like, fucking Blake over here. Fucking Blake. Puts all the like flour and shit above the stove.
Yeah.
So it's like, we have one of those where it's like the microwave is over the stove.
It's the better place to put the microwave, honestly.
I agree. And then there's cabinets above the microwave. I cannot reach the shit in those cabinets. If it's like right in front, I can kind of like fingertip it to tip into my hand.
Just the tip.
If that makes any sense. Shut up.
Just the tip.
But like, God forbid if something's behind it that I need, I have to call Blake over because I cannot reach it. And I think that makes me feel shorter than I am.
Yeah.
Cause like
we make fun of her all the time.
Yeah, certain things like, or like in stores when I can't reach shit. Like, or like yesterday. So I work for a company that has a warehouse attached to it, and so once a year they get volunteers to do inventory. We have to go through and count all the stuff that's in it to make sure that the inventory levels are correct. So we sell like flags and stickers and that kind of thing. And so it's a warehouse. There's multiple level shelves. There's, whatever. So we were trying to get, it was me and my friend Jennifer. We were trying to get a box of antenna flags or something, window flags, something. And we were like, and she's taller than I am. She's maybe 3-4 inches taller than I am. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, crap, we have to get, maybe not 3-4 inches, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to get a ladder. And then another one of our coworkers, a guy, comes up and he's like, oh, no, I got this. And he just pulls it off, and I'm like, I hate you. Your fucking face.
You're making fun of Goku's face.
I was.
Why? This scene is awesome.
Is it?
It's not as awesome when it's like recreated here. Which, by the way, you tanked a hit. It was glorious. And now you get to murder someone, so you're awesome. But yeah, no. So, like, you in anime is kind of a weird thing. You're not super into them, but occasionally you find one that you do like and you want to binge watch it. Like, we just watched Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix, which was pretty fun.
I really liked it.
And you liked Soul Eater a lot. But,
I liked Attack on Titan, too.
Yes, you haven't finished that one, though. It's on Netflix, so we'll get around to it at some point. But like you're hard to figure out what you do and do not like and like why. Like I understand in Seven Deadly Sins, when what's his face, Meliora or whatever.
Meliodas.
Meliodas. There we go. The main character was all pervy with the princess.
He has moments. I just don't understand, and I know it's anime.
It's a
I know
Japanese thing.
Yes. So he'll be mid-conversation, and he'll just, like, randomly be like, okay, I'm under your skirt now.
Yeah, no, it's a Japanese-ism. That's all I can say. It's just something about their culture, and part of it is, one of the reasons you'll see it so much in anime is because it's an easy way to get views. It's the equivalent of putting boobs in your thumbnail on YouTube. It is very similar to that. They pander. They're pandering to their audience. Some shows do it for a purpose. Some shows don't do it at all, and the shows that don't do it at all generally have I'm losing my words here, but like the shows that don't do it are generally really good because they realize we don't need to fucking pander, you know.
Yeah.
Or the shows that don't do it. Maybe they're not the greatest shows ever, but they're still better for not having done it, because there's no reason to.
Yeah, that was those few, and honestly, it didn't happen too often.
No, it often enough.
Especially like towards the end when stuff was ramping up.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, those literally were the only moments that I was like, was that necessary? Like,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But overall, I really liked that show.
I'm glad you did. And when season 2 hits Netflix, we'll watch it. But, like, I can't see you enjoying Dragon Ball. I would love to try it, because... Dragon Ball you might like, because it's a bit more of a comedy than anything else. It just has some good fight scenes in it. But Dragon Ball Z, because it is what's known as a shonen action show or battle show, I don't think you would like it. I'm not sure. I don't think you would, because it's similar to Soul Eater, right? Where it's where these good guys and there's these bad guys that are doing things, and we have to go stop them and whatnot, right? And that's fine and dandy, but with like Soul Eater, the reason you liked it was the aesthetic. Like the show looked really cool to you, or at least I'm assuming. I'm speaking for you here, but that's one of the reasons I liked it is because the way the show looked was really cool.
I liked the concept. I liked the whole, you turn into weapons and
You know
stuff.
what's funny? That's the reason I didn't watch the show for the longest time.
Really?
I refused to
I
watch
thought
it because I thought that was stupid.
I thought it was kind of interesting.
People turning into weapons, that sounds retarded. And another thing that doesn't help is because it's based in a school. Most of the time, a lot of anime are based in schools, and there's a reason for that, because it kind of helps endear itself to the audience, because most of the audience are going to be high school age.
Yeah.
So I get that. But most shows that are set in the high school setting are really dumb, because they tend to be slice of life or comedy animes that I'm just not interested in, because I don't give a fuck. I don't like high school. Not that I had a bad high school or anything, but I just don't care at all for that setting.
I don't know.
I liked it when I actually watched it. It took until Scott told me it was his favorite show to actually try it. And when I did, I really loved it. It's one of my favorite shows. But hearing the concept, I hated it.
I really like the fantasy anime.
Yes.
Where it's like the So I think I would enjoy like not Black Butler. What am I thinking of? The vampires? That's not helpful.
There's a lot of vampire anime.
Van Helsing?
It's just called Helsing, but
Helsing?
yes, you would like Helsing. I'll get you to watch that at some point. Because Helsing's really good.
I think there was another one. I don't know, but I really like the well, I mean, that's my go-to.
You like Gothic, and that's why one of the reasons I thought you would like Soul Eaters, because it is vaguely Gothic, because it has the witches and it's got Death himself. And
yeah, I really like Death the Kid.
Or Stein. Tell me Stein wasn't cool.
Stein was cool.
Stein was cool.
Oh my god, but I related so hard to Death the Kid.
Did you?
Because
with his OCD?
Yes, because I have OCD.
But Carmen, did you fold the toilet paper into a perfect triangle?
Oh my god. No, but like some moments that I don't have like crippling OCD.
No,
I don't
you don't.
have rituals or anything. Although I think I
Everyone has a minor form of OCD. They do. No, you can't tell me there are like no one has this one thing that they just kind of have to do this one way.
Yeah.
You'd be fucking lying to me.
No, because there's a few things that I do that because I mean, I don't know if this is proven or anything, so don't take my word for it. But my mother has OCD, diagnosed. She's on medication for it and that kind of thing. So I think I got it from her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an imbalance, a chemical imbalance that you can get from your parents. I don't know if that's proven anywhere, but based off of what my mother does and what I do, it's very, very similar. So I'm just kind of assuming that's what happened. Anyway, there were some moments in the show where, like, I don't remember any specific examples, but like a book would be off center, or like his shirt would be disheveled, and he's just like, no!
Yeah.
Why?
Or his hair. His hair always cracks me up. If someone points out that his hair is asymmetric, because the lines on his hair, then he'd freak out.
And he's just like,
I know I'm trash. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, okay, that is one thing that Soul Eater does well. And some shows, you're so cute, some shows do really, really well, is they can balance the action with the humor.
Yes, I really like the humor aspects of some anime.
I'm cool with a show that's very serious, and I'm cool with a show that's very comedic. And I don't mind when they meet, but you have to know when to do it. You can't just turn this big, epic, climactic battle into a joke.
Yeah.
It will bother the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of shows that do that.
You have to know when to break the tension. Like, you have to prolong it just long enough that the audience gets the full impact of it, but then you can break it to make it feel a little more lighthearted. Doctor Strange did that really well.
Doctor Strange was awesome.
Because it had the, like, super serial moments, but then it would have...
Old Carmen.
Ugh.
I know. I just kind of made a Saiyan girl, and I was like, I love my girlfriend, so I'm going to pretend this is her.
You wouldn't love me if you gave me that hair.
There weren't a whole lot of hairs that I really liked for that one, and I always kind of liked that hair.
I lost my train of thought.
Sorry. Shows and writing the comedic line just right and knowing when to break the tension. Oh,
yeah, Doctor Strange did that really well. So, like, this isn't really a spoiler, but after a fight or something, he was like... He's all serious, and he was, like, internally like,
yeah,
I'm going to do this, and we're going to be awesome, and blah, blah, blah. And then the cape is its own sentient being, right? So the cape kind of does some motion to, like, ruin the moment.
Yeah.
But the moment went on long enough that you got the full impact of it. It wasn't cut short. It wasn't too long. It wasn't...
It ended when the cape did its thing, and that led to the, okay, we're calm, we're good, we threw in a laugh, let's ramp up the tension again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're just ramping up tension the whole, 2 hours?
Yeah, which you can't
Or however long, the anime is, or whatever.
And the reason you can't ramp up the tension
Why does
forever,
this look like the full-on show now?
Because it is. These are fully animated cutscenes for this. And you know what? I don't understand why they did it. Because they have a couple of fully animated 3D CG cutscenes that look gorgeous. Not many, but they're there and they're gorgeous. But then in 2 or 3 spots, this is original animation for the game.
It looks kind of weird.
Because we've been playing in 3D the whole time, right? Yeah. It looks better than watching the 3D, though. When they do the 3D cutscenes, they don't look all that nice because of the... This game was... It was given an English dub, but I wouldn't say that it was a good one at all, because they didn't change the lip flaps at all for the 3D cutscenes. Their mouths move only for the Japanese, And on top of that, because of the way the video game processes... Yeah, see, now it's... because of the way the video game processes the... I'm going to skip this cutscene. Fuck this. Well, because I want to see your cute little face. Because the way the video game...
I'm right here!
Her face is cuter than yours.
Oh. Well, yeah, because you made her.
I had your input. I had you pick.
Yeah, for, like, the colors.
Didn't you pick the hair, too? I thought you did.
Did I?
I remember you picking the hair.
I don't think so.
I picked the purple, but you obviously went along with it.
I don't know, dude.
Oh, God. Okay, we gotta do the time miniature shit. So... Wait. Oh, yeah. This thing doesn't have a good turning radius. This is as quick as I can turn it. Literally, I'm trying to turn it. It ain't turning right now. It's hilarious. The only reason I like it is because it's faster than the other one. I don't know. We've been going for 30 minutes. I want to keep playing, but it's a one-off. So we'll just end it here, and we'll go play something else.
You sure? You were so excited to play this.
And I did, and I'm happy to keep playing, but I don't want to bore you.
I mean, honey, I was bored when you started.
I hate you.
I'm sorry. I have no interest.
I know.
But I support you in your endeavors.
Whatever. I would like to get you to watch Dragon Ball at some point, just to try it. Because it is a fantasy show. It's just not like the standard fantasy. It's kind of more it gets more sci-fi in Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball, it's very much Journey to the West. You ever watched Feifel's Journey to the West?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that, only more Japanese.
I would totally watch a Japanese Feifel.
Honestly, I would too. That sounds like fun.
It does.
That sounds like fun.
It's a tiny little Japanese mouse.
Make you do the bingo dance. Because I'm controlling you. There you go.
Ha!
Look at that flexibility you have. Look at that.
That's a pretty good ballet toe.
You're amazing.
Are you having
I am very amused by this, yes. I shouldn't be, but I am. Wait, where's the, There we go. You're just dead. It's okay.
What just happened?
I killed you.
I kind of flung myself to the floor.
I killed you.
Did you?
I killed you. You're dead now.
Someone has a taco over there.
Where's the fucking taco? I want a taco. Where's
To the right. To the right.
Wait, to the right? Okay. Where?
Sumo taco.
This girl's making me uncomfortable.
She's staring into your soul.
Yeah.
Clothing? Oh, shop. I was like, who names their shit clothing shop?
Carmen. Carmen.
Oh my god.
You're such a dork.
Oh. You wouldn't name your character clothing shop?
No. I don't like the people who name their characters really lame shit. Like, you know, what was that one earlier? The vapor...
Fear.
No, not... Well, yeah, he's Mr. Edgelord Fear. I was talking about the one in the mission. Vaporizing water or something.
Oh, I don't
Whatever
remember.
that was. Yeah. Fuck that guy. Okay?
Yeah, we saw a guy named Fear
Yeah.
earlier.
He was a black Namekian with red eyes. Way to be an edgelord, dude. Like, you couldn't be more edgelord if you tried. I love these glasses.
Yes. That is exactly what I look like.
This makes you look like you're really snooty. Like you'd wear Prada.
Don't talk to me or my dog ever again. My tiny chihuahua.
No one calls my skank a skank. I'm gonna hurt this person.
I'm gonna hurt him. We've been watching Lucifer.
It's a good show.
We just started season 2. Except, fucking, we don't have... I don't even know what channel it's on. We don't have TV. We don't have, like, cable or anything.
Fuck that. It's not...
Ooh!
You like that?
Yes!
You want that rather than your glasses?
Well, I think the glasses make it look more like me.
Yes. But I agree, the Zarbon Circlet is cute.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, so we don't have, like, cable or anything, so we just have Netflix and...
Cancer patient, Carmen.
Yeah.
Wigs off for Carmen. Blind Carmen. Sorry.
So we have Netflix, and I have a website that we use to watch TV shows. Pirate's Life for Us, Blake.
Yeah.
But it kept it would, like, play just fine half of the episode, and then halfway through it'd just be like, nope.
Yeah, it would just randomly start over. It's very weird.
But, you know, it's what you get for pirating shit.
Yeah.
We didn't download anything, it's just, like, streaming on a website.
Yeah, it's streaming through a website.
So, I think that's much safer than downloading shit. To a point.
Because, like, you'll notice, every time I click on that video at all, it pops open a new window and a tab. And, thankfully, one of my 2 ad blockers will close the tab, but it won't close the window.
Yeah, I don't know why. You can make it not able to do pop-ups. You can, like, prevent the page from doing pop-ups.
See, it's I have those settings turned on in my,
Not in the ad blocker, in your actual, like, Firefox or whatever. You can, like, prevent additional openings or something.
I'll have to look at that. Because I don't mind, like, my thing, and Carmen gets annoyed with me talking about it because I talk about it so much, is I don't like when technology does shit for you. It bugs the ever-loving crap out of me. It's wrong. I get to choose when the tech does a thing, not when it wants to. Because otherwise, it's not doing what I told it to do. Like my computer. I don't like that it's, whatchamacallit?
Updates?
Well, no, the updates I like, but it doesn't do the updates until I tell it to do it. I mean, I don't like that it asks, it tells me, oh, hey, I made a photo album for you, want to check it out? No! You just ran through my personal data on my computer and made a fucking photo album?
See, I don't get that. I've never had that happen.
Which I'm surprised. You have Windows 10. I'm surprised it's never popped that up for you.
No.
How many personal photos do you have on your computer?
A bunch.
A bunch? Okay, never mind then. I was going to say that's what it is. I had to go through and uninstall it. Maybe it's because... Did you go from Windows 7 to Windows 10?
I think I had Windows 8.
It doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, that's weird. Like, although I think... Because iPhone does that too. Like, if you take a bunch of pictures on the same day, it'll make a photo album for you.
I don't like that at all. I'm not okay with that. I don't even like that Google will suggest, hey, you want to mark where you are and post it on Facebook? No. Leave me alone. I don't like being tracked. I don't mind the GPS keeping where my position is, because that way I could use the GPS to get around, right? But I don't like that it's, like, trying to suggest me to go do things. I don't like that it's like, hey, you want to say that you're playing Pokemon Go? No, I don't want to admit that game is even a thing.
Right.
Fuck that game, man. It bothers me that tech does that a lot, like, on a personal level. Because I just... And you know what it is? The reason why it bothers me so much is because I'm a software designer, in a sense. You know, I write code, and I design things, and because I play so many video games, and because I use tech so much, I think that is fundamentally wrong for tech to assume things like that. It's okay for it to have, like, default settings. Like, if you have a printer you like to print to, that's totally fine to like, hey, is this the printer you want to print to, you know? Or, you know, to kind of assume that, right? Or if you hit the quick print, you know, because you chose, I want to quickly print whatever in the queue to my standard printer. That's fine. You chose that. I don't like this, like, hey... Beeping is so annoying. It's the bane of my nightmares. I do not understand that. That wasn't in the first game. In the first game, when you did these stupid Dragon Ball missions, that beeping wasn't a thing. And they could easily patch that shit out, but they're not going to. Oh, it bothers me. So it's just ugh. I don't like this era of smart tech. It's bothering me a lot. But it's what we're stuck with because the tech companies are like, this is what you want, right? And we have no way of telling them, no, we do not want this. Assholes.
Yes, but how many people do you know that don't want it?
To be honest, no one, because I don't talk to anyone. I don't have a friend in the world that tells me anything. In fact, what you'll notice, viewer, is that this is actually a solo show, and Carmen's just a figment of my imagination. The voice you're hearing is me pitch shifting. That's all it is. I'm just really good at pitch shifting. That's all it is.
I had to explain to somebody
that I exist.
No.
I mean, you could just nickname a dildo and pretend it's me.
No.
That's all it takes to have a boyfriend, right?
I had to explain that you are both my best friend and my boyfriend.
Why would you need to explain that?
I
How is
don't
that
know.
not like the default assumption?
I don't know. Because they asked... I forget how it came up, but it was like... I was talking how Allie is my female best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and you're my male best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, well, I thought he was your boyfriend.
Can you both?
He is. He's my best friend. Like, they're not mutually exclusive.
That's weird.
I don't know. And I don't understand their thought process. Like, I can understand, like, if you didn't know me very well, and you heard me kind of talking about a Blake person, and then you heard me say, best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then you also heard me say boyfriend, and they were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I get that.
Murder, suicide. Ah!
Who did you just murder?
You. I murdered you. Sorry.
That's not what a murder-suicide is.
It's a one-person show. It has to be a murder-suicide.
Hey. I don't know. I think if your significant other is not your best friend...
You're not really dating the right person?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think... Because, like, a best friend is somebody that you can just, like, text anything. You can just, like, bring up random conversations. You can, like...
I agree.
You're, like, super comfortable with them,
And who are you more comfortable with than your significant other?
Yeah.
Assuming you're in a really good relationship. Have been for a while. Because I can understand having a significant other, but you've only been dating for like a month or two, right?
Yeah.
And then, they would still count as like boyfriend or significant other, but not best friend,
Yeah, because it's still developing.
Yeah.
But, like, you can go from best friend to boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like...
Or vice versa.
Or...
Boyfriend to best friend.
Yeah. Like, that's completely, like...
Yeah, I think that's just the natural progression of a relationship, You're going to become closer, and therefore that should meet the criteria for best friend.
Yeah.
Like, I would not be dating you. Hold on. They're little... Yes, sir! Well, because, like, the Japanese, they probably just said os and ran. But they had to match the flaps as best they could. So instead of saying, yes, sir, and then going, it was like, yes, sir! It's really, really bad. And if I didn't hate the Japanese dub for Dragon Ball Z so much, I'd probably listen to it in Japanese, because at least then the lips would match up. Which, I don't know if the viewers have noticed it, but during those cutscenes where you're standing around in a little round room and they're like handing you a scroll or whatever, they're talking. Like the characters are actually talking. They have voices. I didn't know that for like the first week I had the game, because the audio files are so fucked up on the Xbox One version. Like, they're fucked up in every version, but on the Xbox One, in those cutscenes, I can't hear them. I had to turn up my game to I had to turn up the TV's volume super high to hear them. But then the rest of the game is too loud, and I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to break your TV and my eardrums. Punched Midori in his fat body. Sorry. Punch Dory in her fat body. Because she's the most beautiful and fertile woman on her planet.
You totally diverted from what you were saying, by the way.
What was I saying? I'm sorry.
Saying something about you wouldn't date me if...
Oh, I was saying something, wasn't I?
You were.
That's the thing. I wouldn't date you if I wasn't super comfortable with you. Like, if we didn't have the relationship that we do, where I could tell you about anything, damn, bro. I wouldn't be with you for this long, you know? It wouldn't make any sense. If I wasn't this comfortable with you, why don't I be around you? At least as often as we are, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, we were watching Lucifer the other day, and there was, this weird marriage where this guy turned out to be gay, and he was quote-unquote cheating on his wife. They had an agreement. And, like, a relationship like that, I understand, because it kind of just happened by accident. He realized he was gay when he was married, and that kind of stuff, right? I understand that relationship. I understand why they stayed together, because she needed the money or whatever. I don't know. And he wanted to keep up appearances or something. I get that. But I'm not going to have that problem ever. And, like, I wouldn't stay in a relationship like that where I realize I don't love my significant other and I'm not comfortable around them or whatever, right? Or I'm not interested in them or physically attracted to them. I would absolutely not stay in that relationship.
Yeah. Well, like, I know a lot of people, they stay in the relationship because there's kids involved and that kind of thing. We don't have that problem.
Yeah, we're not going to have a problem.
No.
Little troglodytes. They were annoying enough at the mall. I don't want my own.
Oh my god. Oh, you yawned. It made me yawn.
Sorry.
We went for food.
We went to fix my damn phone is what we did.
Finally.
Took long enough.
And in the food court,
Jesus.
I'm not sure what happened with my mouth there.
Everything.
There was a tiny child screaming its fucking head off.
There were two of them.
Like someone was torturing it. I don't know why.
It was just unhappy. It wanted some broccoli or a balloon.
I don't understand. And it would not stop. It wasn't like a single shriek and then
no, it was
stopped.
just a scream, 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 out of breath, breathing in, scream, scream, scream. That's what it was.
It's awful. And I don't know that the parents did anything to try to stop it.
I understand, and I agree with the let them scream themselves out mentality. Because if you give in to their demands, you're spoiling them, and that's going to turn them into a shitty human being, and I don't want to deal with them.
But if you're in the middle of a food court, you know, I realize there's not much you can do. You can't exactly, like, shove a sock in their mouth to make them stop, you know. But you can at least,
exactly abuse them in public.
Well, you can at least, like, take them into the bathroom or something and, like, you know, try to calm them down or something.
I guess.
Like, I don't know, because it's just so disturbing.
Yeah.
Your shrieking child.
If we had a child, Carmen, it wouldn't leave the house until it was 30. Because by then it would probably know how to live and not be a dick.
No, because then it wouldn't be around anybody but us, so it would be so socially awkward like us.
It would be the perfect amalgamation of us. Too socially awkward for its own good.
Although it's funny, we're socially awkward in different ways.
Yes.
Like,
we complement one another in our social awkwardness.
Yes.
Because where I'm awkward, you're not, and vice versa.
Exactly.
For the most part.
Yeah. We do have some crossover.
Of course.
But, like, I've worked in phone places pretty much my whole life. So I don't have a problem. Like, I don't like calling people, but I don't have a problem just picking up the phone and, like, ordering food or something. Or, like, making a doctor's appointment. Like,
can't do it.
Because I've forced myself to do it at my job, now it's like, whatever, I'll just call them really quick. Whereas you are, like, phone phobic.
Almost, yeah. It's pretty bad.
You're like, no, I don't want to call these people. And then I'm, I think, more socially awkward in front of people. Like, I don't like going up to counters and ordering food or, like, asking for help in a store or something.
See, I definitely don't like asking for help in a store at all, because I like to figure it out for myself. I can handle it. I'm a big boy, but I prefer to do things face to face. So if I want to order food, I don't like to go through the drive-through unless I'm in a hurry or whatever, or we're going somewhere, or we're on a long road trip or something, right? Otherwise, I want to go up to the counter and have a face to face, because I have a harder time dealing with someone if they're not directly in my face.
Yeah, no. I don't want to deal with someone in my face.
Which is funny, because at work, I have a harder time going up and talking to people. I have a very difficult time doing that. So I rely too much on email and Skype and Mattermost, just because I don't want to... Well, part of that is because some of them aren't in the office. They're hundreds of miles away. But, yeah, they're supposed to be talking, but you can't hear it. And it's not our fault for having the TV low volume. It's the game's fault. Skip. Cute little Carmen. Skip. Change the camera angle. Look at Carmen. Here's a random question, Carmen. How do you feel about a boob slider in video games? If you're making a character and there's a slider specifically to change your cup size.
I'm okay with it.
Yes? How come?
Because I think it would, if someone was trying to make themselves and they are small-chested and the character automatically has bigger boobs, they won't be comfortable with it because they're like, that's not me. Or, they might be okay with it because they're like, yes, I got boobs.
Yeah.
But I think if you're trying to make yourself, you need more area customizations. So, with me, I have very large boobs. And so if you start out with a character that's flat-chested, I'm like, well, that's not right. It doesn't look like me, and I'll not want to do it. Or, if you're trying to make a specific character, I'm okay with, different areas. Or, making the lips bigger. Or, I don't know. I just think it's another area that you can customize. I'm okay with it.
Okay. I'm glad you are. There are some people that aren't okay with it, and I've never understood why. Because as far as I'm concerned, having a boob slider, as long as it's a good one, and it doesn't go from big to big...
Yeah,
as long as it actually goes from, say, an A cup to, at the minimum, a double D, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, don't make it like your whole body is your boobs, bigger.
Well, that would be difficult from a character
than your
model
head,
standpoint. But yeah, I think it's a good thing because as far as being able to create your own character, it allows you to have more diversity.
Yeah.
In your character creation, and like you were saying, fit whatever role that the player creating it is trying to do, whether it be an accurate character to themselves so they can self-insert, or anything even remotely similar. I think that's always a good thing.
I don't see a problem with it.
I don't either. There are some people that bother... Or here's a better question. How are you with jiggle physics? Does it bother you that boobs jiggle in video games?
Overall, no, it doesn't bother me because they jiggle in real life. But there have been some games where they're, once you stop moving, they're still jiggling. And that bothers me because I'm like, you guys.
See, that's the thing, though. That's just a kink they're trying to work out. And I didn't mean that to sound the way that it did.
It's like a kink, really?
It's an issue with the animation system that they've designed. That's all it is.
Well, no, sometimes it's on purpose.
No, I've never seen it be the boob physics.
Boob physics.
I was gonna say boob physics. The boob physics should end appropriately, and I believe they're aiming for that kind of accuracy. They're never intentionally creating this ridiculous amount of jiggling boobs. It just happens as a result of the system, because what it is they define that, because they're not individually animating those boobs. It's
no, I've seen that
it's
where it's
program.
individual boob, one will go up, one will go down.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is they're not going frame by frame and animating how the boobs are moving. It's a system. It
Right.
they literally
I
set
know.
this mesh
It's
to
like
jiggle like that.
Ragdoll or whatever, just kind of...
Similar, yeah, very
Yeah.
similar to Ragdoll. Very similar, where they kind of let the physics engine handle
Yeah.
how it moves.
But no, that's the only time it bothers me, is like...
Guys, your boobs are ridiculous.
When it's just like, yeah, it's like... Okay, you guys, I stopped moving like 5 seconds ago. Can you stop my boobs, please?
Yeah,
Like...
I agree. But you don't mind it being a thing, right?
No,
It's
yeah.
okay to have boobs actually jiggle. Because that's one thing I've never... Like, why would it be a bad thing if, video games have some more realism like that? Like, not every game needs it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm totally okay with some games... well, not some games, but any game that wants to have it having it.
Because they jiggle in real life.
Yeah.
Like, you can't not make them jiggle in real life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even just walking down the street. I don't know.
People are too sensitive.
Yeah, I could go into the whole people are too sensitive this day and age and whatever. Which is weird because, like, I'm a young person saying that.
I wouldn't say it's weird. It's just that you're, whatchamacallit, I always want to say more mature, but I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know. It's something to that effect.
Because, like, everybody is just so fucking sensitive. Like, you say one comment.
And then everyone's triggered.
And then, yeah. Or, like, even just then. People are going to be like, you use triggered.
Yeah,
Like,
how dare you.
Yeah, like, you're not taking triggering seriously. You're not...
Yeah.
Whatever. Or, like, if you make a comment about some clothes, they're like, oh, well, you're just reinforcing gender roles. And it's just like, I'm literally just calling this shirt cute. Or something like that,
Yeah.
It's just like, people are so fucking sensitive.
Yeah.
And, like, I understand some stuff is off topic, or,
Absolutely.
I
can
completely
respect
agree with
that.
some stuff. But it's when you take it to another level that I'm like, you
Mm-hmm.
need to calm down. Like, I understand that you're fighting for equality and all this stuff, but there's a point where it comes to an extremist point.
Yeah.
Or, like, the feminazis and stuff, which I don't like that word, but...
They do exist, but they're not as prevalent as the internet makes them seem.
Yeah. Like, I've seen some extreme feminists, and, like, I don't know. I just don't like the extremeness.
No one likes extremes. That's the problem. So, quick question. You want the gloves or you want little wristbands? I can color them.
Go back to the gloves? I like the gloves.
Okay. Gloves are staying.
But I think we have run a little long.
Yeah.
So.
We definitely did. But we saw how adorable you were and you kicked some ass, and that's all that matters. So, and I got a good base to go off of, because I have to play as every race to get the special race transformation. It's silly, but whatever. So we'll end it here. And if you guys want to see more, let me know. I'd do a playthrough, but it's up to you guys.